everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Pleasantview. Today we have a big day ahead of us where 2 rounds of our rotational gameplay converge. It is the Goth and Lothario household wedding, which is why we are back at Goth Manor. Today we are going to be spending most of our time in the garden. It is currently 6 AM. Inside, our family is just awakening to start getting ready for the big day. The Sims of Honor are going to make their way over and the rest of the family is going to set up the food and just make sure that everything goes as smoothly as it can for their sweet Cassandra. And speaking of Cassandra, I think I should introduce you to the family. First in the Goth household we have Margrave Mortimer Goth, who is the patriarch of this very prestigious family. Mortimer is currently an elder and he is very proud of his legacy and just wants the best for his family, and in that sense he's quite strict with the way that he wants them all to get the best education and keep the family name high and strong, you know. Unfortunately, Bella Goth has gone missing / is assumed dead. Part of the lore surrounding Mortimer in The Sims 2 is that he's trying to bounce back after losing his wife. He loves outdoors, he is a genius, and he is a bookworm. Mortimer is a knowledge sim, and he also has the nature hobby. The other thing to note about Mortimer is that he is currently in the noble career as an admiral aristocrat. He used to be in the science career, but as an elder, he's just wanting to lead his legacy to victory. Next in the family, we have Alexander Goth, who is the youngest member of the Goth family and is Mortimer's son and Cassandra's little brother. He's been raised to be a smart cookie and he always had an affinity to things like chess. He always gets his homework done on time and he just loves to learn. He also has quite a strong interest in his mother's disappearance. He's heard the rumors that she's been abducted by aliens, and that is going to influence him a lot in his life, where he wants to try and figure out his mother's mystery and get into the science career or into the astronaut career, that kind of thing. He has very high aspirations in life. He's actually completed his childhood aspiration, so he's got level 10 mental skill. He is a grade A school student, and because of his father's title, he is a Lord of Willow Creek. He is a genius. He also has a nature hobby. He is mentally gifted from completing the Whiz Kid aspiration, and he also has this fear of being inferior, which I think is really interesting and works quite well with where our story is. As you can see here, he only has 1 day until he ages up to a teenager, so his birthday is tomorrow, and we are going to follow him through his teen years. I also want to introduce you to another sim that a dear friend of mine made for this series. This is the Goth family's live-in butler. He is called Dominique Richard. Dom is basically this house and family's caretaker, and he takes care of all the cooking, cleaning, all that kind of thing, but he is also a dear friend of the Goth household. He was initially employed by Bella Goth, and they were really great friends back then. He just couldn't bring himself to leave the family once Bella disappeared. He has quite a strong connection with them and he wants to see them all thrive. He is getting everything ready for Cassandra's wedding later. Finally, this is Binks, the family's cat. He is adorable. He is ready for the wedding with his little bow tie. I think we should go and check in on our lovebirds. The man of the moment, Don Lothario. He has got his trusty Sim of Honor, Nigel, with him. I think part of him can't really believe that today is happening, and I'm wondering if he feels a little bit like he's in too deep. As of today, he's officially moved into Goth Manor to marry Cassandra and begin his life as her husband, much to Dina and Nina's delight, who will be moving into his condo probably as we speak. Now let's go and find Cassandra. She should be in her room. How strange. Cassandra doesn't seem to be in here right now. Mary Sue is not in the Goth household, so I won't do an official introduction to her yet, but she is Cassandra's best friend and Sim of Honor, so she is here to help Cassandra get ready for her wedding. But how very strange, she must be in the bathroom. Let's just go check on her quickly. Wait a minute, is that what I think it is, Cassie? Cassandra is pregnant. She has a child on the way, which is hilarious because that means Cassandra's baby and Dina's baby are going to be so close in age. It is actually insane. married. But I do feel happy for Cassandra because, as you can see here, her aspiration is to have 6 grandchildren. She really wants a family, and well, this is the start of that. Whether she ends up having a big happy family with Don Lothario is a separate thing, but this is where we're beginning. She is going to go and share this news with her bestie. I'm pregnant. Oh, and Mary Sue is so happy for her friend. I do think that Cassie would also bring up with Mary Sue that she isn't sure whether to tell Don before the wedding, after the wedding, and I think Mary Sue would just say to her friend that she should do whatever she wants to do, whatever makes her feel more comfortable. She's the pregnant one at the end of the day. I think just to avoid any additional stress that Cassie is going to just get this wedding done and then deal with all of that stuff later. She's in her 2nd trimester, so her baby bump is looking a little bit bigger. I wouldn't be surprised if Don noticed during the wedding. It is 9 a.m. now. The wedding starts at 2 o'clock. First, we need to get the wedding cake. Look how silly that looks. But luckily, this is a goth household, so of course, they had to go extra. Don's hamburger cake won't really be the star of the show, thank goodness. I'm just going to get Dominique to come out here and just start serving the food for the banquet table. So what have we got? We've got some ceviche, chips and dip, vegetable dumplings, some chili, minty mocha cupcakes, some mutton biryani, and some sweet buns. All that's left now is to get everyone ready and wait for the guests to arrive. So I will let you know when it's time to take your seats. So it is now time for the wedding. Woo! Let me just show you through the guests so you know who's here, and then we will get the event underway. Of course, over on the left we have little Alexander in his little suit ready to watch his sister get married, and he is sitting with a picture of their mother. Obviously she would have loved to be here with her children, so she has got front row seats with her little boy. And Alex doesn't look too happy. I don't think he likes Don at all. And then to the right we have the Sims of Honor, Mary Sue and Nigel. And then moving back a row, we have Angela Pleasant on the left and Dirk Dreamer on the right. So these are 2 teens. Angela is Mary Sue's daughter. She has twin daughters. Lilith is so sorry that she couldn't attend today. And then at the back here, we have Herb and Coral Oldie. And these are both Mary Sue's adoptive parents, friends of the family. On the other side, we have Darren Dreamer, one of Cassandra's best friends. And he has always had a soft spot for Cassandra. He's probably quite upset, feels a little bit like it should be him. It might not be a very nice day for Darren. There is an empty seat next to him. Nina Caliente actually hasn't shown up, which is surprising. So I wonder if this wedding has upset her too. And then behind Darren, we of course have Vivian Cho, who is looking exquisite today. And sitting next to Vivian is Kaylin Langerak. And I don't know about you, I'm not sure Sim should appear wearing white. She is not looking very happy at all. And she's genuinely looking over at Don like, how are you doing this to me? I think she's come in this gown to do a massive middle finger to Don and just say, this was supposed to be us. And very last but not least, we have the lady of the moment, Cassandra Goth. A goth wedding in white? I don't think so. She is looking absolutely stunning. Mortimer is just having a pre-wedding chat with his daughter, making sure she's all ready to go. So without further ado, I say let's get this wedding ceremony underway. Mortimer is going to hop back up onto his throne so he has the best seat in the house. Let's send her down the aisle towards Don. And she is looking amazing with her lovely bump. So they're exchanging their vows. Vivian Cho is crying. Don is also crying, probably not with joy. Dina! She just turned up late. God, I feel like that was a choice. And the ring is on the finger. Wow, what a kiss! Now that Cassandra and Don are married, Don is eligible to join the Goth dynasty. He will now benefit from any unlocked dynasty perks and can encourage or discourage other members to do certain things. You've satisfied the conditions to get the inheritance money. You'll get a deposit soon, congratulations. It was 18,000 simoleons. Mortimer must have had that transaction ready to go as soon as the deal was sealed. And hey, what better time to tell Don about her big news than in front of all of their guests at their wedding. I'm pregnant. No. Don, this is not a good look. Not only are you sitting on the picture of their missing/deceased mother, this is not the correct reaction. So he is not happy. Oh, Cassie, no. And now Don is shouting at her in front of the whole wedding party. New family dynamic, difficult. Some Sims just can't seem to get along, with each new conversation and interaction having the potential to turn unpleasant. It's certainly looking that way between Don and Cassandra, seconds into being married. What the hell? Luckily, all of the pregnancy excitement, wedding excitement is all taking over these sad moodlets. How can they not be happy on different sides? As Cassie is hungry, we will get her to cut the cake. She cannot cut this big fancy cake, so she is going to have to cut the cake that Don lovingly made. And I think we'll call the guests to the banquet table to get eating as well. And everyone is cheering for Cassie, even Kaylin and Nina. They're all so happy. And Don is the one that's just stood at the back here looking grumpy. He's not upset enough to not have a taste of the delicious hamburger cake. And look at Kaylin and Nina chatting. I wonder if the girls are all coming together. They know not to blame each other, thank gosh. Girls don't blame the girls. They know it's the stinky man's fault. I love how they're getting along. Oldies are having a little moment back there as well. Look how she is looking at him. I wonder if she still thinks there's a chance here, which is a shame. I thought the girls were coming together. I don't think she hates Cassandra at all. I don't think any of the girls do. I think they just don't see her as a threat, which maybe that is horrible. Oh, and look at her. I think she might have just come to say goodbye to the life that could have been. What the hell? That's so sad. Mortimer's just doing a speech. Who is he blowing a kiss to? Nigel? Oh no. They're flirting in front of everyone! Vivian has her eyes on the prize at the wedding. I cannot believe that. Well, I can believe it actually. I'm acting surprised. I'm not surprised. So Cassandra doesn't seem to have noticed that Don is flirting with Vivian, but she does have this angry sentiment. Sometimes Cassandra can barely think straight when she's around a sim who has caused her pain. Like, imagine feeling like that about your husband on your wedding day. Like, that is fucking awful. And where's Darren? Is Darren still here? All the sad peeps from this wedding are in here, having a cigar in the kitchen. Yes, man. He could not cope with seeing Cassandra the way that she was for any longer. He's had to come and smoke his worries away. Cassie has got up to give a speech dedicated to Don, but Don is not even turning around. Don farted on her speech. Well, Darren has come out to smoke out here now, at least. I'm not sure anyone was convinced by that speech, and Don definitely wasn't. Oh my god, his fun bar is absolutely in the red. Don is just having the worst time. I think he should have a cigarette with Darren. Have a cigar, Don. Maybe that'll cheer you up. The last thing we need to tick off for our actual wedding event is drinks. Dominique has been tending the bar. I think Don will also come and get a drink. Let's go for dim and gusty. That's how Don is feeling. And I think Cassie's gonna come over and see if Alex wants to feel the baby. She knows her little brother would be so excited to be an uncle. Yay! Aww. But he also has this birth. They are so brilliant. Alexander is feeling distracted by all of the successful Sims around them. He's feeling a little bit tense. This whole day has been a lot, and now he's like, she's pregnant as well. We've ticked everything off for the wedding now, and Cassie, her third trimester hits in just 12 hours. She needs the toilet, she's hungry, she's tired, she's all of the things. While the party probably winds down, we are gonna get her to come upstairs and just start getting ready for bed. Even though all this stuff is happening with Don, I really do think that Cassie's main focus would be the baby. Like, she wants a big family, so her children are going to be the most important little darlings in her life. I'm not sure how she's going to deal with the whole Don situation, but I think for now, all she is going to focus on is herself, her pregnancy, and just do the best that she can for her unborn child. And even look at her wants. She wants to buy a kid's object worth 100 simoleons, so we'll lock that in. She knows she needs to get her nursery ready. She needs to start making space for this baby. Oh, it's so exciting. I'm so excited to have a baby Goth. Oh gosh, and I've come outside and Don is drunk out of his mind. Excellent. And all his other... Nina blew him a kiss. Oh no. Cassie's gone to bed. Don is drunk and Nina has seen an opportunity. This is not good. It's automatically lining up. He's gonna flirt with her. Don is going to order a drink for him and Nina. A nice fruity pink wine. And then he's gonna take a step away from the party with Nina. And now he's got having a really bad time moodlet. They say that the wedding is supposed to be the best day of your life, right? This is literally Don's worst day of his life. And I'm happy to be here for it. Guys, there's still wedding people all around you. They won't stop. Okay, I better take these two away before Mary Sue beats on Nina. Oh, Daniel Pleasant's here. Were you the designated driver, Daniel? Mary Sue's gonna get going. How cute. Daniel's come to pick up his wife and child. Maybe their marriage isn't so on the rocks as we'd assume. Looks like the wedding is ended. Everyone's on their way out. Don and Nina just need to wait a minute before they can do anything that'll get them in trouble. But Don is hungry, so I might as well, while everyone's clearing out, let's get him to eat some sweet buns. They look yummy. So everyone's clearing out. Even Mortimer and Alexander headed to bed. Dominique has gone to bed. He's no longer at the bar. Just look at her for a moment. I think we are going to get Don and Nina to try and get another location under his belt. It'll cheer him up after he's had the worst day of his life. He's a little bit tipsy and he is tired, but I don't think this will take long. They're going to head over to the park. This lot is also by Joseph with an F on the gallery. While Don's pregnant wife sleeps alone, we have made it to the park for a late night rendezvous. They have found themselves a little secluded spot and we'll set the mood, shall we? I don't think it'll take a lot to set the mood between these two. Nina just cannot wait. And Don has actually flipped over into pure anger. He can't believe he got married today. I think he's just going to be blaming everyone else for the way that he's feeling, even though it's definitely his own actions that have got him there. You're losing him, you're losing him. Maybe we can get her to give him a massage to try and cool him down. She's like, you're so tense. So maybe to try and be on Don's side, Nina will discuss fear of commitment. She's like, I get it. I'd be scared of this too. Oh God. Don and Nina seem to be very hot and cold towards each other. Don, why do you do this to everybody? So I've just lined up some flirty socials. She's going to try and get him back into the mood. Reel him back in, Nina. His anger does seem to be subsiding. Oh God. Here we go. Flirty. And Don wants to embrace Nina. Who am I to deny him? They're both in a flirty mood. Now seems like the time. And luckily behind this tree, there is a woohoo bush. He's managed to cheer himself up after the worst day of his life. He almost fell into the bin. And I mean, this is quite the scenic location. Into the bush they go. What a scene. Literally hours after his wedding. Don is woohooing with another woman in a bush. Even though he had the worst day ever, he's trying to end it on a positive note. Don is absolutely exhausted. Nina, however, is ready to go. Give Nina a kiss goodbye and he is just gonna head home to his damn wife. Goodbye, lover. And yes, we are now 5 for 15 locations. Whoop whoop. Only 10 more to go. That is pretty good. Right, let's head home. Oh God, these two are still making out. Guys, we have to go. Okay, sorry to break this up. Oh, bloody hell. I just realised I forgot bloody again. So Nina could be pregnant again. Great. I am doing so well. It's 5:30 in the morning. He's been out all night and Dominique is already up making breakfast. He's looking back. He saw that happening. Getting back into bed with his pregnant wife. Don is dreaming about Nina Caliente. This is where we will end our part. We're coming into Monday, so this will be the first full day of our Goth rotation. And oh my God, what a whirlwind. And obviously Don is still in this household, so he will still be causing chaos for us all. But we will be focusing on the rest of the family. Cassandra's heavily pregnant. She will be giving birth this week. That is so exciting, despite the father being Don. It is also Alexander Goth teen birthday today, so we will be celebrating that in the next part. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the wedding episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!